Good evening, I'm Roop Raj. Before his court cases and before his rally in Michigan, Fox 2 exclusively spoke with former President Donald Trump, questioning the presumptive Republican nominee on topics impacting you and the entire country, from the future of unions to a comment on the border getting national attention. We're breaking down and fact-checking those comments and getting analysis from a prominent Democrat and Republican. This is a special edition of Let It Rip. All right, joining us now to give us their take on our exclusive interview with former President Trump, former Democratic Congresswoman Brenda and current Republican State Senator Jim Runestad, Fox 2 anchor and attorney Charlie Langton with us as well. What a unique opportunity former President Trump gave us. We did thank him for his time. This all came about because his campaign called us and said that he would like to do an interview with me just a few days ago. And so here we are with the first segment, which is interesting because he's talking all about Michigan, specifically about unions. I asked him about all the unionization and the interest that's happening in the South, with Volkswagen workers saying they want a piece of this. What does he think about it? Let's take a listen.
I'm going to save your auto industry. I'm going to have many, many cars extra made in Michigan. We're going to bring back auto manufacturing to Michigan. You're losing it. Step by step, you're losing it.
But, Mr. President, your thoughts on the unionization that's happening down south, the interest that we're seeing in Tennessee with Volkswagen workers, it seems like it's catching on. It's not just a Detroit thing.
Well, it could be happening. I mean, it's going to be happening, but you got to be very careful about what's going to happen in 2 years from now when China wants to take all of the jobs, because frankly, then union or non-union, everybody's going to be hurt.
Just a little bit of some information, some fact-checking. According to the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, our state, Michigan, actually gained 24,000 manufacturing jobs between January of 2021 and May of last year. That's actually tied for 7th in the country. And so this notion that the auto industry in Detroit is falling apart and that we need Mr. Trump's help may not be as on point as he would like or some of his supporters would like. Mr. Runestad, when you hear that stat, you're a state senator right here. You think he understands what's really going on the ground here in Michigan? And do you think that stat or the fact that the auto industry is not doing well in his notion, do you think that's wrong?
Well, I think he does understand it, and I think he probably understands also that Michigan had one of the worst and longest lockdowns in the nation when the COVID situation was going on. So we lost some of the highest number of jobs. The same thing that Biden did. After he closed down so much and created a disaster, when the economy came back, he said, look what I did. Same thing that Whitmer said, look what I did. They're coming back. The jobs are coming back. Also, because Biden is spending $2 trillion extra year pouring money into states like Michigan. Yes, we have this bump. It's temporary. It's not going to be permanent if we don't fix the economy. Everyone out there knows the economy is a crash and burn disaster, but we're propping it up with trillions every year in borrowing.
Ms. Lawrence, here's the issue. So adding 24,000 manufacturing jobs, but we lost 222,000 jobs in 2020. So just a drip in the bucket to get 24,000 back in March. Is that enough?
You have to understand, in addition to COVID, we also have advanced technology. And as we advance technology, unfortunately, our workforce is going to look different. There's less labor, more technology. And we are being the front runners when it comes to innovation and the ability to transform our industry from manufacturing and fusing the, and I know he's not going to like this, but the EVs it's just like people say, I didn't want to let go of my Dow Princess phone.
Well, I want to get
technology.
I want to get Charlie's take on EVs here in a second, but first we'll go to President Trump on his take on EVs. That part of our conversation right here.
The EV, people don't want it. I mean, there's a small segment that want it, and they should be able to get it, but they have to go along gasoline combustion cars. They have to be able to buy hybrids. They should be able to buy whatever they want. It's going to be done the first day. We're going to end the EV mandate, and we're going to go back to making cars.
And the EV mandate here. Charlie, you talk to workers every day on the line. Good idea?
Well, I think it's a better messaging for a Republican and for Trump is to end EVs and end government regulation. Forget about unionization. It's going to happen or it's not going to happen. I don't think that's a big issue. But the Republicans, remember, he is not the president right now. So he's got to have some affirmative reason to vote for him. And I think the EV problem is a problem. Take a look at you've interviewed the heads of the big three. They're worried about about that. And I think that that is at least a talking point that Republicans might be able to latch onto.
Ms. Lawrence, he's looking at this as a soft point. He's saying, wait a minute here. The big three have said our sales have not met expectations when it comes to EVs. The prices are dropping. Jobs are going out of these factories in many cases. Do you think it's somewhat of a disappointment? Is it the buzz come out of the electric car conversation?
We are at a strategic point when it comes to transforming our automotive industry. I want people to realize no one wanted the Model T. They wanted to keep pushing to have the horse and buggy. Anytime you're making major change in culture and society, there's going to be that pushback. But we have put the cart before the horse. We don't have the infrastructure for our EVs, and I think that's the major issue right now, because I own an EV.
But are we moving too fast? Does President Biden really understand and get what's going on in Main Street?
Absolutely.
But why would he then continue to push this? Perhaps not a mandate, but he wants to push legislation that enables car companies to switch from gas to electric. 2030, that's coming up.
Yes, it is. And sometimes
too much too soon?
No, for change to happen, you have to have leadership. You can't sit back and say whenever you're ready. You have to put the structure and the pressure on to move things forward, and that's what a leader does.
The public doesn't want EVs. They don't want them. They're not selling
That's not true. I love them.
You like them, but a lot of people don't.
I think, it's safe to say that people who...
I think they should have a choice. I think they should have a choice.
Mr. Runestad, people who have them have the luxury to have one, an EV. Do you think that's the case? I mean, if you look at someone who lives in an area where the economy isn't doing as well in their household, an EV is not a reasonable thing for them, is it?
No, and the EVs would not survive without these massive infusions of cash. The Model T was successful not because they mandated you have to buy them. We poured mountains of money into it. It was a better transportation. It was the free market that took over. That's not what's happening here. Ford has lost billions of dollars on EVs. They're losing mountains of money in every single one. They're just...
But shouldn't we do that for the environment, for the long-term sake of our ozone, the earth?
There's no thought about what's actually happened. Where is almost all of this carbon and all of these other issues coming out of India and China? They're building coal-fired plants like crazy in China, and they're selling us all of this alternative products that is costing us a fortune, and it's losing jobs.
Do we join them, or do we be the innovators and leaders and show them and be a role model and reduce our carbon footprint? If we reduce ours, we will have a major impact.
Listen, my friends, James Carville said it's the economy's stupid not long ago, probably 25, 30 years ago, and it's still very much the case, and Donald Trump knows that as he wants your vote. This is what he told me in our exclusive interview about dollars and cents. Take a listen.
Our economy is going to hell. You have to see what's going to happen with the outflow of jobs, with the dollar the way it's situated. The dollar's situated that businesses are going to flee our country. The dollar is set at a very bad mark in terms of jobs, a very bad mark. And you see it now. People are complaining. Look at the numbers that just came out. The numbers that just came out were terrible. Everybody was shocked to see it, except me, because the dollar is set for China and Japan and other countries to do great.
So what this former president has done, I can be sitting at a table with a feast, and the rib tastes good, but the mashed potatoes suck. And I'm going to talk about how lousy the mashed potato is, and we have to sit at this table and eat this lousy. And that's all he does is gloom and gloom. Why would you even want to be a president of such a horrible place?
Because he says he wants to fix it, and here's one of the things he says. The jobs report that came out that President Biden and the White House were bragging about said 700,000 jobs were part-time jobs were created month to month, and he was bragging about that. Here's the issue with that. Those were part-time jobs. We also in that time lost 6,000 full-time jobs. So isn't the issue here, Ms. Lawrence, that people are having to work multiple jobs to try to beat this inflation that this president is not doing enough for?
When Donald Trump was president, people needed work. They could not find jobs. Now we have anyone that wants to work in America can get a job. Inflation is an issue. But as we talk about the creation of jobs and what moves our economy forward is the ability to work. I know young people, when President Trump was there, couldn't get a job if they wanted it. if you're in college now and graduating, you can find a job. And so we are going to have to attack the inflation issue, but we have jobs.
Do you think former President Trump can fix the inflation issue, and how would he do it, Jim Runestad?
Number one, when Trump was there, he was breaking records for just about every demographic job, for jobs, good jobs. No. These are part-time jobs. They can't afford the mashed potatoes. They can't afford the pork chop. The inflation is exploding. They're working 2, 3 part-time jobs just to survive. The reason that people are just raging angry out there is they can see what's happening. This is a terrible economy. They're paying through the nose on all this inflation, and the government keeps spending. And who gets that money? Big corporations, warmongers, big war companies are getting that. And the people could see. They could say, we're not getting this money. This $2 trillion a year is going to the tubes.
Do you think former President Trump and his business acumen, did he do anything good during the time he was in office, would you say?
What he did good is that he paid attention to the business industry, but he neglected the working person. The people who made money and had advantages was corporate America. He invested it, he did that well, and the people who created jobs were making profits, and the little guy, part-time, low-paying jobs. In some kind of way, we have amnesia.
30 seconds left before we go to break. Charlie, marching alongside the UAW workers, President Biden, did he end up gaining more votes because of that, or can people see through that as a campaign tactic?
No, I think he did gain votes. I think the UAW is, listen, if I'm running for president, I want the UAW support as well. I look at this, though, as can the people today buy the cars that they're making, and number two, can they buy the house that they want to live in? So interest rates, for me, are a big deal, and buying cars, to me, are a big deal. Can they do it? Not sure.
We have a lot more coming up here with our exclusive interview with former President Donald Trump, talking only to Fox 2. After the break, we're talking about a claim that actually has gone viral that he talked about when it comes to Venezuela and the crime rate. Let It Rip rolls on right after this. Back now, Let It Rip, breaking down our exclusive interview with former President Donald Trump. You know, former Democratic Congresswoman Brenda Lawrence is with us right now, as is Republican State Senator Jim Runestad, and of course Charlie Langton here as well. This one has gotten a lot of buzz. It's a soundbite that's gone viral in the last few days, all because of what the former president told me when it comes to border issues in Venezuela. Take a look.
One stat before we go. Venezuela was very crime-ridden. They announced the other day 72% reduction in crime in the last year. You know why? They moved all their criminals from Venezuela right into the good old USA, and Biden let them do it. It's a disgrace.
But, sir, where are those numbers coming from?
I guess I get them from the papers in this case. I think it's a federal statement, or, well, they're coming actually from Venezuela.
All right, so that soundbite obviously has made its rounds across many circles. I want to go right to a supporter of former President Trump, Jim Runestad. He just said the papers and then said Venezuela. We didn't have time to follow up with what he meant by that, but I did tell him we'll check on that, and we did. And the crime rate, according to the Interior Ministry in Venezuela, the crime rate has fallen by about 25% at some approximations, and the reason is because they've consolidated crime, and they also have done some other measures. It has nothing to do with migration. Either way, what are your thoughts on the numbers that former President Trump just kind of puts out there at rallies and expects people to believe?
Well, number you're relying on Venezuela's information. I don't know if that's accurate. I don't know if it is 78%. I did read a similar thing. If I had known, I would be here to cite where I had read
Senator Runestad, he said that I got them from Venezuela. So he himself falsely is saying that he got the numbers from Venezuela when in fact those were not even the right numbers from Venezuela.
Or the newspaper.
So let's assume it's a 23% decline. We're taking in millions and millions of people of which we know nothing. He's flying them in planes. And the Mariel boat lift, I'm sure you're not old enough to remember that, but the rest of us are. Cuba unloaded their entire prisons onto boats and sent them to the United States. Do we know that's happening in countries all around the world? We don't. If I was a smart Banana Republic leader, I'd say load all our prisoners up, send them to the southern border, and get them to the United States. We're not going to pay for them.
Senator Runestad, thanks to libraries at Michigan State University in my history classes, I do know what you're talking about. I think here we are watching history perhaps in some ways repeat themselves according to who.
But
go ahead, Brenda.
We need to pay attention. This issue of immigration was not fixed under President Trump's administration. It's not fixed now, and we have a responsibility to fix it. For some reason, the issue of the immigration courts and setting up Walz did not do it. He attempted to do it. He lied and said Mexico was going to pay for it. It didn't happen. So instead of calling the kettle black, give me a plan. Donald Trump, what is your plan to fix immigration? Because doggone it, this country must fix this issue.
But before we ask that question,
he already had the plan. We had the lowest immigration under Trump ever. He had the stay in Mexico plan. You couldn't come in here, and they rubber stamped you into
Charlie, Brenda, Jim, I want to ask a question to the former Congresswoman here. You say, hey, give me a plan. What about the people who are in office right now? This Vice President, Kamala Harris, she is the border czar who has visited, to our knowledge, once. If you're the czar of something, is once enough, and is she doing enough?
Did we not bring a plan forward that was rejected by the Republican administration because it would give President Biden, quote unquote, a win? Don't do it. And we had, would it fix everything? Absolutely not. But it moved us in the right direction. We have politicized everything.
What about executive action, though? Should this president, if it's a crisis with fentanyl coming across the border, and by the way, there are innocent families coming across the border as well. It's not all fentanyl, but is this president doing enough with his executive orders to do something to try to fix this, in your mind?
This president has used the, well, let's fix it. Executive order is just a Band-Aid.
Yeah, but Brenda's right, though. But Brenda said that when President Trump was president, he could have had executive orders to do something too.
He kept them in Mexico. They remain in Mexico.
I think this is a problem that has been going on for a long, long time.
Charlie, the numbers
what about build the wall?
Charlie, the numbers are a fraction of what they are now. A tiny fraction.
It's a problem.
Do you think that it's the number one issue in America because Biden's doing a great job, or it was because Trump did a bad job? The reason it's the number one issue in America is because I don't know what that bill is. Let me quickly address that bill. That joke of a bill that was put together with the Democrats and a few big corporate Republicans wanted the millions to still continue to come back.
I'm hearing you, Senator, but I want you to directly answer this question. As a lawmaker here at the state level, talk about your colleagues at the national level, the Republican lawmakers who will not give time of day to the Democratic bill because it's alleged that it would give credit to Biden, and this is something that the former president wants to win the election on. Is there some truth to that?
Is there some truth to that? That's the exact bill that I was referencing. Yes, there's a few big corporate guys in the Republican Party who take on the big corporate cash roll-up. And so that bill would allow 1.5 million to come in just like they are now. 1.5 million. And after 5 years of parole, they would have become citizens and vote. Of course the Democrats are going to say, we have 10 to 15 million new voters coming in. Yeah. That's why we're against it.
We have to talk about Israel and the situation that's going on over
one thing I just want to say.
Real quickly, go ahead.
If you do not do your job, amend the bill, doggone it, it had some good things in it, then do your job, Republicans, and say this amendment, this has to happen. But collectively, we are on different sides.
You got a fractured. You have to see clearly that you have a fractured Republican Party helping run this country in Congress, and there are problems, but there are also Democrats that need to work and reach their arm across the aisle. When it comes to Israel, listen, I got to tell you, this former president ominously talked a little bit about where he thinks things stand when it comes to hostages. And no one, whether you are a Republican or a Democrat, wants to hear this kind of a prediction. But the former president has this to say about where things stand out in the Mideast. Take a listen.
Well, it wouldn't have happened. And, you know, it's such a big statement because Ukraine-Russia would have not happened. There was no way Putin was going in if I was president. And likewise, Iran would not have. They had no money. Iran was broke with me. I said, anybody buys from Iran, no oil from Iran. If you buy from Iran, you can't do business in the United States. They were flat out broke. They had no money. Now they have $250 billion. They're a rich country.
But, sir, you say that this wouldn't have happened under your clock with Israel, and I understand what you're saying, but what if you were president right now, or if you get to become president again, what would you do to stop this conflict, and what would you tell Netanyahu?
You got to finish it off fast, you got to get it done, and then you got to have peace. And we'll make peace fast. But you got to get your work done, and you got to have peace. You know, that October 7th was terrible. Nobody's ever seen anything like it, actually. And you got to finish it.
All right, former Congresswoman Brenda Lawrence, you were sitting in those hallowed chambers when this president was in office.
Yes.
You know on the record for a fact that we were at peace when this president was president. He shook hands with people who were dictators in order to try to maintain some peace. He choked Iran of all of its money so that they couldn't continue to produce these weapons. He did a good job, would you say, at keeping peace while he was in office?
Thank God we had peace, because he was destroying NATO. And as we see now, as different factions of this world are going and clashing, we are relying more and more on NATO. That's the building of relationships that if you bomb me, I will have, you will have my back. And his method was United States by ourselves. We don't need anyone. And that's not sustainable.
But he reached across the aisle with Kim Jong-un and others. He got a lot of criticism for doing that, talking to North Korean leader. Is that something that surprised you when he was able to do that?
Yes, because I wanted to know what they were talking about. He did not disclose that. Now, he talks to Saudi Arabia, which is a very delicate mix in the Middle East. I'm very glad that's happening. He talks to Netanyahu, and right now we're clearly on opposite sides. He's not sitting in his room closing the door saying, you don't agree with me, I'm not talking to you. So President Biden is doing the diplomatic work that we need to happen to maintain some form of NATO.
Senator Runestad, you do hear all candidates, including Biden, by the way. We've heard him speak in generalities. But does this president, former President Trump, does he talk too much in abstract and talk about hopes without giving us a plan? What do you think his plan is to tell Netanyahu, we got to put an end to this? What does that mean?
You know, when he was running, all I heard from the corporate media was, this guy is going to bomb, he's going to unleash bombs, he's going to have the whole world melting down in wars all over the place. It was complete, absolute lies. And did he spell out exactly what he was going to do? He just talked in general terms. But did he destroy NATO? No, he said, NATO, you're not paying. You're going to be paying. And I support that 100%. I think the American people say, why aren't you paying? Why are we spending $2 trillion, borrowing $2 trillion to give money to NATO, and they're not paying their own bills?
This election, Charlie, I want to get your take on this after we hear from the former president. Abortion. We know the border and abortion and the pocketbook. 3 issues this election will be decided on. Here's what former President Trump told me about abortion.
I think the abortion issue should be largely taken off the table, because the individual states are doing what they're doing. And so far, the votes are tending to be somewhat on the liberal side, as you've noticed.
But, sir, in 2016, you really kind of ran your campaign talking about abortion in one way, in a more restrictive manner. In 1999, when you were a businessman, you said that you were pro-choice and you think it's up to a woman. It changed in 2016, and then again, it seems like it's flipping a little bit again. Give people an idea as to what's going on. Are you following your convictions or following the polls?
No, I'm following my convictions, and what we're doing is with states' rights. I also follow the law, and when you got it into the states, it's states' rights. It's the state will decide.
Do voters care that he changed his view from 99 to 2016 again now, Charlie?
Well, I think they do, but this is a very Democratic issue, and I think the Democrats are going to very strategically put the abortion topic on the table. Listen, abortion is very restrictive, and look what happened last time. People will vote. Listen, the Supreme Court said it's up to the state, so there's going to be little arguments on every single state. That's not necessarily right. Congress should probably act and say, listen, bring back Roe versus Wade, but until that happens, and it's not happening now, this is a big campaign issue.
Jim, I'm going to have to go to you for another issue, because I'm going to end with the lady at the table here, the woman. Tell me what your thoughts are.
This is watching Donald Trump and what he's done. He loaded the Supreme Court so that he could get rid of Roe versus Wade. He has repeatedly, when he was campaigning before, saying, you know, we're going to take away abortions, and he was siding that, you know, pumping his chest. Now that he thinks he can get some of that middle of the road vote, he's flipping again. You know, who am I going to believe? You or my mind?
Isn't it misleading for the Democrats and the PACs to put out ads saying that Donald Trump will federally ban abortion when he clearly just told us here that it's up to the states? Isn't that misleading?
But it's up to the states, and you'll find women traveling all around. If I live in Mississippi and I have a medical need for an abortion, I can't physically go and get an abortion. That's why we have Roe versus Wade.
It shouldn't be up to the states.
It should not be up to the states.
Well, it's an interesting take there, and we have a lot more coming up right after the break. Stay with us. I asked former President Trump if he'd like to debate President Biden. That part of the conversation right here. You've challenged him to a debate on the courthouse steps out there. I want to ask you, if you love Michigan so much, you love Detroit so much, would you come here if we had the president here? Would you do a debate on a statewide television debate here in Michigan?
Sure. If you can get him, I'm there. I'll go anywhere he wants to go. I don't think he's going to be so easy to go. I watched him. He can't put two sentences together, this guy.
We put in a call with the White House, and we put in a request. We know Kamala Harris is coming here on Monday. We know President Biden's coming May 18th. A debate in Detroit. Let's do it. White House and President Trump will come on back. Charlie, final thoughts.
Well, I'd like to see a debate. I think it's the public needs it.
Yeah.
This is a very important election, and the two of them together would be fantastic.
I think we should debate because we need to hear the plan. It's not just general statements. We want a president that can get the job done. And so far, there's no message from the former president.
There can be no message from Biden. He's not coming out of that basement. He's going to be asked what his ice cream does he like by the media. He's going to hide in the basement. That guy is not going to debate Trump in a million years. He can't communicate at all. He can't find himself way on and off the stage. He won't debate.
Well, we'll see about that. I know that if he does come on the show, just so you know, when we do fact check, we fact check both sides. And if the current president wants to talk to us, we'll be doing our homework with that as well. Listen, we want to thank you for joining us in this edition of Let It Rip. Thank our esteemed guests and Charlie for being with us. And by the way, many of you will say, I didn't need to hear the panel. I want to hear all of President Trump. You can go right now and watch the full interview on the Fox Local app, on your connected TV, and also online as well. That does it for this edition of Let It Rip.
The Let It Rip discussion continues online. Sound off on Facebook, X, formerly Twitter, or fox2detroit.com.